Hey everybody, welcome back. I don't know if you guys have seen this petty neighbor TikTok saga going on right now, but I am so invested. This first video has 40 million views on TikTok. Our new neighbor decided to zip tie her snow fence to our gutters today. So I cut it off and moved it back into her yard. Tomorrow should be interesting. Listen, I'm Canadian and I don't know what a snow fence is. Should we look at the comments? Duh. What even is a snow fence? I live in Michigan and have never heard of one. Snow fences are pretty common here in upstate New York to help snow drifts from piling up on roads along open fields. Okay, yeah, I feel like I might have seen that. But like I've never seen it like in a yard before. Algorithm, bring me back tomorrow. Snow fence tied to gutter. If you didn't cut them off, you'd have no gutter in no time. Luckily, you saw it. Okay, so if I'm understanding this correctly, the snow fence would then be leaning up on your gutter, which is attached to your house. So all of the weight of that is on your gutter. So your gutter could fall off. And then where's that water gonna go? So the neighbor thinks it's okay to allow the fence to destroy your property that will crush or pull the gutter off the house. Bro, maybe she doesn't get it. Maybe she doesn't understand. We asked our neighbors not to zip tie her snow fence to our gutters anymore today. This was her solution while we were gone this afternoon. No. Shut up. What the hell? So she just used a bunch of to like lean up against your house and hold it on your house that way?
No.
Absolutely not. How is this a solution? The issue is you are on somebody's property. You're attaching things to people's properties without their permission. Honestly, like, are we in the 4th grade? What the hell is happening here? Time to remove all the stuff my neighbor piled up against my house to hold up her snow fence. Yeah. I like how this is like to like gangster rap. We asked our neighbor to move her snow fence and all the stuff she piled up against our house. We gave her 2 days and it's still there. So I did it myself again. It's gonna be a long winter, certainly. I don't know what it is about petty neighbor drama, but it's like, it can escalate, you know? It becomes kind of primal because you're dealing with territory, you know? So we asked our neighbor again not to pile her stuff and snow fence against our house. So she put it as close to our house as she could without touching it. No! Bro, that's the equivalent of, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. But you're still annoying and causing inconvenience. Woo! Woo! Speaking of angry neighbors, my neighbors must love me, especially when I bark. Update, this morning the neighbor put these 2 things in her window facing our house where the snow fence is. Are those motion detectors? Why does she need 2 of them? Extra protection. I low-key think she's doing it so you pay for putting up a new fence because then she doesn't need a snow fence. Let's just annoy the neighbor enough so that they're forced to put up some sort of infrastructure. I could see that. Keep walking back and forth in front of them. The doorbell sound will drive her crazier. Ooh. Or bird feeders on the side of the house would be a nice addition. You know, helping the wild creatures. Would a bird be big enough to set those things off though? Inflatable arm man in front of the window. Perfect. Can I be your inflatable arm man? I'll do it for free. I'll just come there. I'd be setting those alarms off like it was my part-time job. Then would hire more people to cover other shifts. Cut the fence, zip tied it back away from our house and threw her stuff back in her yard. I just don't understand why you don't like just move it a bit, you know? Why does it need to be up against the house? It's time for you to call the cops and it's time for you to get a survey of the property and build a fence. But why do you have to do that? My anger issues could never, I'd give Granny a heart attack. So my question is, when is the snow actually coming? That's a good point. I haven't seen the snow yet at all. At 7 a.m., the neighbor was already outside cutting off our zip ties and piling her fence and stuff back up against our house. Shut up. No. Honestly, I think this is the most exciting thing to happen to this woman in a very long time. In like 20 years, When your neighbor thinks she found a new way to attach her snow fence to your house.
Light this candle.
Oh, there she is. That's what oh, has she got a hammer? I see a hammer. A hammer and some skeezers. I low-key think she's just causing a ruckus because she has nothing better to do. Update, at 7 a.m., the neighbor was out there putting all her crap back up against our house and raking the leaves in her yard into ours. So now there's leaves? Now we're doing the leaves? My wife Jenna has had enough of her crap. Go Jenna! Go Jenna! Hang on, hang the on. Is Jenna wearing a petty hoodie? Is that one of my rainbow petty hoodies? If this isn't like the best advertisement, it could very well be a regular rainbow hoodie. But in an ideal world, I would like to think that she's wearing my merch. I love how you're not stopping Jenna. Heck no, once Jenna gets mad, all gloves are off and I'm here for it. That's what's up. Mama Bear's gotta protect her property, her territory. That's why she's doing it, because she was already there. You moved in and she thinks she can bully you into taking what she wants. It's yours. Do what you gotta do to make her respect it. That's the thing, is like, this isn't even being petty. This is just being reasonable. The only person who's being petty here is the weird old woman that lives next door that's essentially trying to like harass you into leaving or something. So why not just, you know, call the police or get a lawyer letter? Genuine question. We're trying to avoid that because we just bought this house, but it looks like we're heading in that direction. I wonder why the people before you left. Have you actually talked to her about it? I love the sprinkler idea. So some people were saying, like, let's put a sprinkler, like a motion activated sprinkler. The issue with that is the sprinkler could go off and it could flood the house and there could be ice. She could slip on the ice and like sue you. We don't love the sprinkler idea. We love the inflatable man idea though. We're all waiting for a video of an argument with this lady. I love how it's always just like passive aggressive notes and like calling the property manager. There's never any face-to-face conversations. I need an update. So the neighbor called the cops on us for moving her junk off our property. Why? Why though? As soon as the cops left, the neighbor across the street came over and said she's a miserable old woman and he's got our back. Bro! I mean, yeah, it's evident that she is a miserable old woman. But like, why do you need to impose your misery on other people? Does that help? You must have everyone around you be miserable with you. Like, you getting the cops involved is just like flagging it to them. It's on the record now. But like, really, is this old woman gonna go to jail for like putting her fence up against a property? Probably not. The neighbor won't stop putting her snow fence and junk against our house. So we roofed it all, zip tied the snow fence back again, and put this in the window facing her house. It's the googly eyes for me. Look at that. I like how you're being petty, but still cute, you know? Like, those are cute. Neighbor, where should I pile all my random junk on your property?
Where should I put my shoes? Ay, mi amor. You say put them on your head.
My wife, Jenna, put it all back in your own yard. Neighbor, I like it here. Stop it! Stop it! Oh my God! I don't know what's gonna happen. What is gonna happen with this? I'm so invested though. Like I really want to know what's gonna happen. It's a toss-up at this point, really. Update: the neighbor put all her junk back up against our house after she was told to stop. So my wife Jenna moved it all away from our house again in her petty hoodie. And the neighbor called the state troopers on us again. Why? She is the one breaking the law. Just because you call the police, that doesn't mean that you are not the one breaking the law. Oy vey. What did the police say? They told her to stop putting her junk against our house and to put a stake up on her property for that part of the fence. You all are so patient because by now I would have done blown up. I was really close this morning. Isn't this like, okay, I can think of about 3 laws that she's breaking right now. Trespassing. Destruction of property. Actually, maybe you're destructing her property. Is the fence technically her property? But she's putting up against your property. Okay, all right. So trespassing, vandalism, dumping junk. That's a crime, right? And harassment. That's probably the biggest one. This is the best saga on TikTok right now. I don't know what it is about people during the holidays. I just feel like they become so miserable. Do you guys remember the Karen that was upset about like the Christmas gargoyle? Remember this? When this woman had like a gargoyle on her front porch and Karen came and said that it's not festive. So she just put a Santa hat on it and then just proceeded to cover her entire porch in obscene Christmas decorations. Probably one of my favorite videos I've done on this channel. I literally come to TikTok at the end of my workday to see what's happening with Gretchen Grumpy Pants and her fans. Gretchen Grumpy Pants! All right. I waited a couple of weeks to make this video for you guys, and this is the latest update, okay? It's been 3 days. And the neighbor's junk is still laying in the yard and we haven't seen her. But the neighbor across the street said she was outside measuring in between the houses today while we were at work. Sounds like she's planning her next move. All right, I've got an unpopular opinion, okay? I know we're all riled up about this, but in the spirit of the holidays, maybe we could extend an olive branch? Maybe we could make her some cookies? Try to like bury the hatchet. Because although I'm really enjoying this, the amount of stress that I know this would cause me coming home every day, it's not worth it. So before we get this miserable old woman arrested, maybe we could try some hot chocolate. What do you guys think? Subscribe!